Okay, let's look at a second example of solving by elimination. Now, in this case, again, we don't have any variable that is just by itself. So solving by substitution isn't very nice. I'll label these 1 and 2. And when I look, 3 and 7 aren't nice multiples of each other, and 5 and 4 aren't nice multiples of each other either. So now what do? Well, we can multiply both of the equations by some number and find opposites that way. So basically we're kind of looking actually here at a least common multiple. Most cases it's just going to be multiplying one by the other. So I could multiply this one by 7 and 2 by, say, -3, and I would get opposites, or number 1 by 4 and number 2, pardon me, by 5 and get opposites. And I'm going to deal with these y's. So we're going to take 1 and we're going to multiply 1 by 4. So 4 times 1, and that's going to give us, and make sure we multiply each term, so 4 times 3x is 12x, and 4 times 5y is 20y, and 4 times 24, well, that's not particularly nice, but not hard, and it's 96. Now, I want to get opposites, remember, so 4 goes into 25 times, so I'm going to multiply this by 5, but the sign is positive. I want it to be -20, so I'm going to multiply it by -5. So -5 times 2, and that's going to give me, those are little arrows, -5 times 7x is -35x. -5 times 4y is -20y. And then -5 times 10 is just -50. And now I'm going to add my equations just like I did before. So 12 plus -35 is -23x. And those just cancel out. And then 96 minus 50 just gives me 46. I divide both sides by -23, and I get that x is equal to -2. And I have that. I could have done the same thing. I could have said number 1 times 7 and 2 times -3 and canceled out my x's. I should have found out what y is. In fact, I could do that to get y, but let's just back substitute like we did before. So I'm going to take -2 and put it into one of these equations, and I think I'm going to pick equation 2. So 7 times x, which is -2, plus 4y is equal to 10. So it's -14 plus 4y is equal to 10. So I add 14 to both sides, and I get 4y is equal to 24. I divide it by 4, and y is equal to 6. And again, we should always do our checks, even though it didn't ask us to. And once again, you aren't required to show a check unless it asks you to, but do it to make sure that you know that you're right. So left-hand side, right-hand side, and this is for 3x plus 5y equals 24. And I have 3 times -2 plus 5 times 6, and that's -6 plus 30. 30 minus 6 would just be 24. This also equals 24, so that's good. And then here I have 7x plus 4y equals 10. Left-hand side, right-hand side. The left-hand side is 7 times x, which is -2, plus 4 times 6. That's -14 plus 24. 24 minus 14 is 10. Right-hand side, pardon me, equals 10, and that is also correct. So I know that my solution is x is equal to -2 and y is equal to 6. And now you guys can do assignment on page 437 and give those ones there a shot.